ImDazer.
Rubbish sub. No, he's not in the system, that's why. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Say rubbish sub.
Zephyr gets it. Yeah, well, ImDazer is a rubbish sub. Let's be honest. That's why he's not on a team. He's just a substitute and coach.
All right.
But game 2, what would you do as JusTus? That's the question. Because if
the
Paradigm,
picks and bans have got to be better.
Paradigm's
First of all,
rinse repeat, right?
the Fenrir didn't make sense on that comp.
Okay.
There was no reason to pick Fenrir into 2 hunters that have jumps. Right, there was 2 hunters with jumps. Cabrakan had 2 ways to stun you. Wukong can stun you. Like no one was getting affected by Fenrir in that matchup.
And it was last picked as well, wasn't it?
Right, it was the counter pick for the team.
So if it's counter pick,
it should have been below.
I mean, I thought if it was Thor and Fenrir picked earlier, then it's like, okay, let's take someone away from the jungler. That kind of makes sense. But if you're gonna counter pick it, did they really think it was Anher solo?
I don't know what they thought, but I mean, even so, Anher dominates that matchup. He wins that matchup for free. He clears faster, completely safe.
Well, we're in again. It's Paradigm first pick one more time, and the bans so far at least are identical. Giannis and Khepri taken off. We saw Serket banned by Paradigm last time. Will it be again? Can you see someone Wukong getting through a second time? I don't think we're going to see JusTus do that.
Wukong was too strong.
Trixtank basically just counter-invaded all day. He hit level 5, I think, almost as quick as Lawbster did in the mid lane, and Lawbster even got that first blood.
Wukong.
He's got it. Not surprised.
So, first pick Freya?
Well, I mean, they banned Freya last time. They were more worried about Freya than the Sun Wukong pickup. I don't think Paradigm first pick it, though, do you?
I don't know, man. Funball's Freya is on another level. And normally, I could say Qiwen probably has the best jungle Freya in the world, but I don't know. This...
Well, Qiwen's not on the team this time either, so...
That's what I'm saying, so it's not as big of a flex pick. This is very surprising.
Why?
I mean, they're picking for their sub, who just had a good game on Cabrakan. Why would they switch their strategy up? Like, why change the tactic?
What if it's support Thor? Or solo lane? This is Xaliea as well. Solo lane Thor could be a thing. It's Xaliea who does that stuff.
Here comes Nemesis.
Well, Isis, first of all, locked
Nemesis with Bluestone clears. So, by the way, Ratatosker with Bluestone is a nightmare.
Really?
You can't get away from him. He just hits you with Bluestone every 2 seconds. You're just like, I want to die. Because he can dash you and then use the acorns, right? Then wait 2 seconds and then dash you and use the acorns.
That seems like a lot of damage.
It's obnoxious.
Well, we'll see.
That's 120 damage at level 3.
Maybe one of these 2 teams know about that and will try and pull it out. Ooh, locked in.
Okay, Paradigm has thrown everything in the garbage here.
Well, Isis pick up by JusTus here. I like it. They've given it to Fexez. They take it away from Xaliea and the potential of Lawbster taking it as well. So we take away that flex pick of like, is it mid? Is it solo? Just take it ourselves.
It looks like Paradigm is picking gods out of a hat at this point.
It kind of does with the Chronos pickup.
They're like, all right, we ran 2 auto attackers last time. Let's do it again.
What do we take? Let's take Thor.
Yeah, and Ullr and Chronos.
What you trying to sound like Trixtank? I can see it in your voice the way you were
No,
doing
that's good Chronos. Yeah. Like that's Trixtank.
Well, Sanjo in the jungle more than likely going to be playing Batz this time. May seem in the solo lane though.
So I love this comp. JusTus has a comp here.
Yes, they do.
So Athena ults onto Humbots blinks or teleports or jumps in, right, throws the ult down. If someone doesn't have beads ready on the mark, then they get hit by Defender of Olympus, and then the Spirit Ball hits, and then they're silenced. Like, this is going to be hell for whatever character winds up in the solo lane for Paradigm.
I'll talk about hell. I expect to see it banned, and there you go. It does get banned away. That was perfect. You said hell, and I was like, the hell?
No, I wouldn't pick hell into that comp, man.
Would you pick hell for JusTus, though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'd pick hell into that comp.
Oh. Well, we'll find out exactly what we're going to see for the first pick. Apollo for the Hunter role. VoteNBK's had a good performance on that so far this season.
So we got the orange team versus the blue team.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Man, Ymir next.
It's got to be...
Ymir and who else we have?
And who's blue? Who's really blue?
We've got to figure something. Well, Ymir's really blue. Let's be honest.
Rama. No, they have Ullr. No, yeah, Rama. I'm taking Cabrakan.
Vermana with a skin and get fined.
Dude, it's worth
it. It's worth
I'll allow it.
Right?
Adam's somewhere like, DM,
no, shut up. Don't talk about that stuff.
Cabrakan's kind of
blue. I mean,
he's green. He's kind of blue.
Kind of blue. We'll take it. Chuck.
That's a lot of green. Okay, I don't. The blue-green team.
The blue-green team versus... I hope there's no one colorblind watching for that squad now.
Also, wait, why is there a Chaac?
We just skimmed over that one.
Why did he pick Chaac?
Where's Chaac going?
Probably solo. No, support?
Thor support? Chaac support? Chaac solo? Chronos,
I'm telling you, they're pulling names
jungle,
out of a hat.
Chronos jungle, Cabrakan support.
All
jungle, Chronos mid,
hey, Cabrakan mid almost killed Boosh.
We've seen Chaac mid as well.
Dude, Chaac mid's actually real.
I know, we've seen it before.
Bluestone Chaac mid is not a joke.
Oh, Bluestone Chaac. Oh, I never thought about that.
Oh, wait, have you tried PTS yet with the new slow?
Yeah.
So you do red pot Chaac with Bluestone, and you do Purple Pot, Soul Stone, Soul, and you throw them in the duo lane, and you just get kills.
Well, one thing I do like is that last pick of Hades coming out from JusTus, because it's like, guys, I don't know which way they're going, because we didn't know. So it's like, I know what we'll do, we'll pick Hades.
Xalea's playing Chaac? This is the character, I think, least in the entire game that says Xaleea to me.
Why?
There's no techie plays, right?
Press
You
one.
throw the axe, you ult, right, and then that's it.
And that's
the play's over.
Maybe you just play the farm lane.
Xaleea to me, yes, he is a farmer, but Xaleea is the guy in the end game that's trying to like dash 3 times, right? Or silence 2 people and then stun 2 others, right? That's Xaleea. I wonder what he's going to do to switch up his playstyle to really bring this Chaac to life.
Now, what do you think about the pickup for Lawbster here on Ullr? Neef was available. He chose Ullr this time to go against Isis.
Yeah.
Is it based on the hunter matchups against the different mages, do you think?
I have no idea, man. I have no analysis for this. It's just like, it looks to me like Lawbster just like, I want to play Ullr.
Well,
I think this looks fun.
I'm going back to the support role, Trixtank on Thor with the Bluestone start here as well. So he's going to be maxing that hammer and using those double taps to really
I actually ran support Thor this morning, and I got destroyed. Like, it was really bad.
That's because you can't play support.
No, you're right. I can't.
I've seen you play
it's
support.
really bad.
It's awful.
It's the absolute
Almost as
terrible.
bad as your solo.
Stop!
But there's the impression there that you can do with the hammer as well, is that you proc the Bluestone on the way there, on the way back, and they'll just continue to tick away. Xephyr under a lot of pressure from this Chaac from Xaliea, already below half HP, but he is a Hades, so he should be able to sustain back up, but it's not no potions.
Yeah, well, this is good. I mean, they should have been maybe not invaded. They didn't have that information. Double, quadruple tap.
Nice work coming out from Trixtank yet again, playing this Thor support. And this is what they did last game in the same situation. They invaded the jungle, looked for early aggression, and then swung mid for a pick.
They got a warrior and a guardian, and they're like, let's put the assassin in support.
Trixtank just having the opportunity to roam consistently and not be focused down or like picked up. I mean, he's a little bit more likely to be picked on this Thor than he would be a Super Wukong, though.
Beautiful dash, by the way, from Xephyr to avoid that damage. There was no way he was walking out of that as a Hades with no boots, right? So for him to dash and place the way that he did, very smart. That time, however, just eat 150.
Going to eat that axe, and the Bluestone ticks as well. Oh, the aggression, that should proc the Bluestone again, but heals it back up a little bit. But that's all Zephyr's wave clear for the time being.
I don't think he hit the torrent. I know he hit the dash.
Yeah, I think he missed the torrent because I didn't see the dot damage, did you?
Well, he hit the dash from the torrent, but he didn't hit the torrent itself, right? And had he done that, it's likely that could have turned into a kill.
Well, it looks like Zephyr's wanting to go back to base here, but he doesn't want to miss the experience in gold. He's got to be careful. We'll heal up a little bit from that as we tune in with JusTus over on that mid area there. Batz and Isis combining for the back harpies.
Ooh, Trixtank doesn't have ultimate. And yeah, Xephyr getting kind of chased down here once again. Xaleea. Oh, torrent gonna miss.
He misses the torrent, and he's not going to be too upset because left-hand side, the team's still going aggressive, doesn't find the damage. In-hands might be enough. A taunt was good, but not good enough to save VoteNBK's life. And Funballer and Trixtank combining for first blood.
So they've got a mage in ADC, they got an ADC in the mid lane, they got a guardian in the jungle, they have a warrior in the solo, and then they have an assassin on support. They literally picked one person correctly, right? Like, to quote, to the meta. Everything else has been an off-meta pick, and they're doing amazingly with it. Look at the gold. 1 kill, 1,000 gold.
And level 5 on Xephyr, who has to dash underneath again.
Go for it.
Aggression from Xephyr.
Where was the ult?
More time. He's just denying Xephyr from farming the wave, though.
That was a guaranteed kill with the ult, though. Can we actually hover over Stormcall, please, for Xaleea?
Yeah, I mean, could have done it. He would have been enough.
150, right, plus the Bluestone damage. That was a kill.
I love what Xephyr just did there. He fake-backed, saw Xaleea back in, then stayed. He'll get this extra wave before Xaleea can even get back, unless Xaleea goes teleport, so he can clear this wave, catch up on experience, and come back with teleport and be full health again.
Actually, can we see gold in hand, please? Chaac, 485. I think just bought a few more potions as well. I think he backed about 50 gold too soon.
Well, he's got tier 2 boots online now. He's got 2 health potions in inventory as well. He'll be fine for the time being. Xephyr, though, goes back, does get tier 2 boots and teleport 1. Okay. So he's expecting to be poked out a little bit more in this lane again, so he can teleport back in.
Speaking of teleporting, the blink comes in. A lot of damage going there. But actually, no, not a lot of damage. Trixtank barely took anything for a blink taunt.
Didn't seem that much at all.
Sanjo. You gonna go in?
Nope, not going to dive in there. I mean, what was the pick there? Jump in, Finno Evil on, go for Lawbster?
Right, yeah, hard switch to Lawbster. Teleport to the Cabrakan, switch to Lawbster, and go for the kill. He has just about enough to jump once, and after that, you know, someone's going to be a sitting duck, and they could guarantee pretty much anything. At this point, though, they're going to lose their mid-camps.
Oh, no double tap found there for Paradigm.
Don't do it.
JusTus did a better game so far. They've not given up as many kills as they did first, but they're still behind.
I really would have liked to see Qiwen just throw a shield wall on the ground and just try for the reach.
Just with the reach?
Yeah, I think he would have had it.
Spirit Ball in mid lane will connect as well as a
Out of
top
mana.
from Qiwen. Just a shame they combined at the same time. If they would have connected the CC off at different times, they may have got more poke out. Don't think it would have been enough to kill, though.
That's how you lose World of Warcraft Arena. Throwing CC on the same target.
Thank God they're not playing World of Warcraft Arena. Instead, they're playing Smite, and they'll survive for the time being.
Trix trying to back there, going to get stopped. We got a 2v2 here in the solo lane. Sausage. Not Sausage. Sanjo.
Sanjo.
I call him Sausage. That's 3 times now.
Sanjo Sausage.
Sausage was really good, man.
He was the original solo laner. From what I understand, he didn't have the right communication with the team of what looking for. That's why they moved him away.
And then Hell comes into the meta. Rip.
Hell comes in, and, well, there's a big ultimate. Actually, Dazer's in a lot of trouble here. That's a good crit that came out from Sanjo. And now Xalea's in trouble, too.
Xaliea made a mistake there. He used his Torrent and his Axe. They were trying to burn down Hades, and even though he didn't get enough damage... Oh, beautiful! Fear not evil!
He's not going to follow because he just used Hammer and Berserker. He's going to try and back away or just use in-hands on Sanjo. Look at the beat down on the monkey!
I mean, like, he has boots in Bluestone. He's not a support. Like, do not be fooled by the role that he plays.
Really nice somersault in the rotation coming in from Fexez. Trix could be in trouble now with his Hammer being on cooldown
jukes,
as well. He's going to get out.
Those jukes were cute.
Well, it wasn't. Finally, Lawbster's going to turn up.
Oh, yeah, he turned up. You could definitely say he turned up there. Another big kill. 2-2 now. Paradigm actually answering back after a botched engagement. Dazer getting caught.
JusTus's play there was great. The problem is Qiwen got both the kills.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want them both to really go to Athena. I don't mind one heading over there, but both, very unfortunate for them. And then with that rotation, I'm surprised Zephyr did not expect a rotation from Lawbster when Fexez turned up, stuck around, paid the price.
Beautiful timer. Oh, getting real greedy, though. He used both of his defensive spells offensively. And Lawbster. Oh, Lawbster.
He asked him a question, and there was no response from Qiwen. There's a response, though, from Dazer as the tremors come out. Luckily, Sanjo was there for support.
We call that the bull true. Shout out to Halo 3.
That was a good game, was it?
What? Halo 3 was fine.
I played Halo 2.
Where's Gandhi? What's he do
Halo
now?
2. Huh?
Did he go back to Halo?
Whatever. Who cares? He's somewhere in the south doing something. Hey, do you know he said TSM's going to lose today?
What?
That's what he voted. He said on Twitter. He offered me his wages as a gamble that he believes TSM will lose at least one game.
We all know that he is like the Divios fanboy #1.
Yeah, so he's probably really salty that he's not on the team anymore. That's what it sounds like.
I would have taken that bet if I would have saw that. I mean, if they're going to lose both games, I could maybe they lose one, right? Like if something crazy happens. But TSM, Team Solo Mid, the #1 seed coming into this split, going to lose to the bottom. I don't see it.
We'll find out. That's what I'm saying. Because, I mean, let's be fair. We see upsets all the time. And
that's because you keep calling things free FP week and jinxing everything.
I said it's not free FP week this week. So things should be normal, right? Because if everything goes wrong this week, then I want to point out that I said not free FP week, and you can all shut up complaining that it's my fault. I didn't jinx nothing. Blink in from Qiwen, though, is going to find Trixtank. Sanjo going to get an overhand smash up, but immediately Trix takes to the sky defensively.
Why did Trix channel that in the shield wall?
Worried about Fear No Evil?
I mean, maybe. I mean, take a step out.
His beads are on cooldown for another 60 seconds.
It's true.
And Fear No Evil coming in. If Fexez follows up,
but all that damage came at him anyway.
Yeah, but he would have taken the damage, but he wouldn't have been feared, so he couldn't get out of the bad situation. He just used his hammer as well. There's multiple reasons.
That's true, I guess. I don't know. I don't think he needed to take that shield wall hit for half his health.
What do you feel about Qiwen going for this full blink as well before investing into
It's pretty early.
It's it's 900 gold as well.
This is post-nerf, right?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, post-nerf.
So it's
70 seconds. 70 seconds
70.
on Greater Blink, yes.
Oh, looks like we have a timeout coming up from the JusTus boys. Qiwen going to take a quick pause here. While we are paused, remind you, 1-0 for Paradigm. They're currently pretty close in Game 2. Small lead. Game 1 was a dominant performance by the boys of Paradigm.
Really was. And then later on today, we will see the game we talked about just then is going to be Elevate up against TSM. Don't forget the game of the week is going to be on Saturday, Cloud9 up against Enemy. If you head on over to esports.smitegame.com, you can tune in there, vote for who you want, and potentially get entered into a raffle if you get the right result. But in this game, JusTus have just taken the lead with a nice pick onto Dazer.
Yeah, Dazer out of position there, and there's really nothing an Ullr can do to save you. He has one piece of CC, and it only hits one person.
He's going to eat a Spirit Ball there as well. Switching stance. Going to look for the Axe. Find it to deny the amount of damage coming off from the Wingers. Taunt comes out too. Wall on the backside though and double tap. Almost hits on Zephyr. And Trix picks up the kill there, but I want to give credit to Lawbster for the burst that came out from him.
It was the hail of arrows that put him like within 30 health and then one tick of Berserker Barrage to finish it up. Granted, you know, Trixtank came in, got the double tap, chased him down, forced him away, but it was Lawbster that made the play there.
Well, the first time they led in terms of kills so far, JusTus in 2 games, and immediately was answered back by Paradigm within seconds. And Qiwen going to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, he's probably going to back away. This is going to put the tower at risk. Fexez is not
up
available
rotation
for 4
from
more
Hades.
seconds.
Zephyr's been rotated towards mid lane here. I'm not sure if they're aware, and Lawbster's going to be careful.
Just walking in the lane, jump. Just hanging out. He doesn't have kill potential here. In fact, he's probably going to die for this.
Oh, he's really in trouble now. No rotation, though, coming out from Paradigm anybody else. Lawbster going to continue chasing.
Trix ran out of mana. That's what it was. I thought he was going to ult immediately. He was down to nothing.
I like what Lawbster did there, though. He didn't panic. He just switched, turned the axe. He knew that if the moment he ulted, he'd just jump out. But if he jumped early, he's dead.
Right.
Had to just hold on to it, be patient, and manage to land the axe, which really spun that around. And the gank attempt didn't work out. And now look what Paradigm can do on the right.
Well, I mean, this is just Paradigm to me, though. Like, they're even in kills, but they're up by 1,100 gold, right? This is what they do. They are like the farm kings of Europe. You can't let them farm for free.
Well, Fnatic used to be up there as well, but giving the credit to Paradigm. Funballer 4v1 considering this opportunity here as Thor does dunk down for Trixtank. Fair no evil connection with Funballer. He's out of mana. He's going to rewind all the way back to the tower. Last second, just keeping him into tower range.
He's only about 40 mana now, so he's probably going to back to the base. Trixtank will hold the lane down, keep it safe. Remember, Apollo just used his ult. He's not doing too badly in the health department, but the mana's low. This
is one thing that Paradigm's got a lot better at this split as well, is like trying to punish them for rotations if they're not going to make it there. They put pressure on the mid lane then. You can see that Sanjo, Qiwen both have to rotate in to soak the experience and defend. And immediately they're backing away. They're looking for left-hand harpies, but Zephyr's on the way here. I think they need to give this one up, Paradigm.
Yeah, they're standing on a ward, whether they know it or not. Lobby, a little bit of trouble there, forced to jump away, but the Defender of Olympus was, I think, the scare tactic. The Trixtank is still here.
If ImDazer didn't have speed buff there, I think he probably would have got caught out there, but that speed buff saving his life more than likely.
Maybe, yeah.
Biggest key to that one is we tune him with the left-hand side again. Funballer,
he's out of mana.
Down again. VoteNBK, like you said, out of mana, but he's got Qiwen in support.
Qiwen's almost out of mana too, and that's why Fexez is here as well.
Well, the swing round from Paradigm as well. You can see that Thor in the jungle, Trixtank around the Gold Fury now, probably just claiming out a ward more than likely, keeping control of that area.
Going right for the purple buff here. Mid lane, blue team pushing right into the tower once again. It's been a very quiet solo lane. No deaths coming out from the solo laners, aside from the one on Hades where he was caught, and then, you know, the early in the jungle from Chaac as well. I mean, nothing has been happening in lane. It's two very tanky, healing characters, so it's hard to kind of bring this one down.
But realistically, I think unless we were going to see a kill in the before level 5, we weren't really going to see much of a kill in that lane. That's generally how the solo lanes go. Although just lately, we've seen a lot more in the solo lane of aggression coming out from both of them, and more solo lane kills one-on-ones.
Zephyr, I'm not sure why he walked into melee range. I see what he's trying to do here, but he sets it up awkwardly, still manages to get most of the creeps down.
He could die here, actually.
He's probably going to die, yeah.
Oh, you just mentioned it a second ago. Luckily, he avoids the silence, but he will fall. We were just saying you don't see many solo kills, and then immediately Zephyr proves us wrong.
Uh-oh. Funball, not in a great position here. Doesn't have rewind. Lost his cooldowns. Rewinds back up here, and he goes right in for it. Bead's going to be activated. I want to see that rewind.
The rotation comes straight out from Paradigm as well. That was Funballer baiting Thor in the air. Now as Athena dunks down in place, he's in a world of hurt now as the tremors come out after the wall. Good taunt to reduce the damage. Breaks through the wall as well as Thor comes crashing in. The wall to cut off Sanjo, but Sanjo's hit with Fear No Evil.
They're committing so hard to this support, and now you can see completely out of position is ImDazer, but no follow-up. They didn't have their hunter there. VoteNBK didn't go back into the fight when he should have.
No one dies over in that exchange, and a lot of ultimates were expended. Meanwhile, Xaliea, because he picked up that kill on Zephyr, rotates to the mid lane, going to push that one in a little bit more, continue pressure, and they may be able to try and pinch Fexez here in the jungle. Nope, I think it's in support, and Trix is going to back away, so we'll be fine for now.
He gets a sentry, too, which is pretty useful. Funball getting body blocked, still has rewind available.
Very good realization to realize that as Zephyr comes into the mid lane again.
I would have liked to see the rewind there. He needs to get health back. He's going to have to go back soon.
Well, he's just gone back to base right now, so...
Oh, well, the Warlock's done. Never mind. I didn't think he was going to go back yet. I didn't think he had the gold.
Well, he has. He had enough to pick up a sentry and an additional ward as well, so good position for Funballer there, getting us a ward up and keep control. And take into account, VoteNBK did just use his ultimate in that little last skirmish over in that duo lane.
So this is one of the best pickups in the entire game, is Chronos getting his Warlock Sash. It's eventually going to give him 100 damage, which is really big. right? It's going to give him a ton of health, which means he's much harder to box. It offsets the possible healing potential coming out from NBK's lifesteal. This is going to even that out. Plus, in the end game, his damage is going to be equal or higher, right? Given the fact that he can attack very quickly, and he has some of the best tower push in the game.
Aggression once again from both of them. VoteNBK juking out the damage for the most part and trading back nicely and avoids that time stop.
Mid lane, once again, looking at a pretty big gesture towards the mid camps that have already been taken. I think they're trying to bait for the Gold Fury play here, but...
This is the play coming out of Epsilon's book more than likely, where they're trying to pick the support player coming in. There you go, the double tap comes out as well.
Completely caught.
Arrows come down, stun follows up as well, he will fall down. Big Fear No Evil from Sanjo though, but it's too little too late as Thor goes up. Will he look for Fexez?
He's got him, just barely forces the beads as well. Stuck inside the hole. No, not going to follow it up. Thought Lawbster was going to go for the axe toss there. Not sure if it was on cooldown or not, but it seems they're going to force NBK away. Maybe Gold Fury time.
They are going to look for the Gold Fury. Xephyr already made the rotation. Xaliea not here, doesn't have teleport either to rotate to this, so he's going to have to manually walk all the way over here. As
This is for JusTus right now.
Apollo just went to the sky as well, so they've got an ultimate for free, and I think that's why they backed out. Are they going to continue the aggression JusTus though?
I want them to, yeah. Funball, there goes the beast to stop time. Funball doing some decent damage. I'm sorry, no, that was to get out of the mez.
Yeah, VoteNBK's doing it, but meanwhile on the backside, Fexez does get picked up by Trixtank as well. Axe missing from Lawbster there. There's a focus onto Xephyr here, who's chasing after Trixtank, who's in pretty decent shape right now. His wall should be up in a second. They may try and pin Xephyr down here into the corner, but the wall was not good. But the damage is good enough from Xaliea and Lawbster to pick him up anyway.
Why didn't Xephyr ult? I mean, it was very clear he was taking damage there. He could have prevented a lot of that by forcing an ult early and at least giving himself some protections.
Still taking damage as the leap in from Lawbster. Good mez, though, coming out from VoteNBK, and he will survive. VoteNBK, for me, on this Apollo's played the best I've seen him so far this season. This is Apollo play.
Beautiful. Fear No Evil is going to clean that one up. Lawbster will fall. Torrent doing some damage, but not enough to earn him anything. Xaliea going to have to walk away from this one.
But guess what? Where did the Gold Fury go?
Where did the Gold Fury go?
It randomly disappeared in favor of Paradigm, while that fight was still going on until Paradigm came out on top.
Cheeky.
Even though they were fighting on the backside and losing the kill.
And with that, Zayden to the graphs.
Checking with those, and you can see 3,500 gold lead, 7,500 experience is the talking point. 16 minutes in it, 7,500. That's a big lead.
And this is more of what Paradigm does best: is get the lead and then they keep it. Paradigm's one of the teams I look to most in the world to not throw games. They don't throw games. When they get lead, they know how to use it very well. It's very rare you see them play from ahead poorly.
Xaliea took a lot of poke from that Spirit Ball there, knocked to half health, and now they're going to try and commit on him, forcing the ultimate out in response. As Trixtank does go to the sky as well, there won't be a re-engage, as you can see. Oh no, wait, Trix, we're going in?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to die.
All right, calm down, Trix.
Actually, he forced the ice assault.
I don't think he forced it. I think it was more to try and burst him down before he could get out again.
Still forced it. Still got it.
But it cost him his beads.
That's true. But it's a support. Also, if he would have got that kill, Mill of Renewal would have kicked in.
I guess, but it was meanwhile mid lane, Fear No Evil, Lawbster going to get brought down, and these are just small misplays from Paradigm here. They're running a roster that's unusual, janky almost is the best word to describe it in terms of their lineup. And they're kind of having fun with it, but they're allowing JusTus a little bit too much wiggle room in this game because of it.
I think we're starting to see this Chaac fall off, and it's very strange to see him go into Transcendence at this point. Transcendence usually
not raw damage, right?
I mean, that's what it is. It's raw damage, but at the same time, right, it has a lot of mana on it, and this is not a stat that Chaac usually needs.
Does he not?
I mean, he has overflow on his passive, giving him clear casting.
Trix are going to rotate into the duo lane, not going to find VoteNBK, who was well aware. He will get a double tap though, but it's not as much damage as the early game Thor we saw earlier on.
I think that was actually a lot more damage than we think, just because he has that Soul Eater, so his health bar is a little bit bigger than it normally would be. That was a big chunk.
Good spot on that one. 7-5 though, 18 minutes in. Paradigm do lead, but it's not the same game as last time. I believe last game ended about 23, 24 minutes. This one looks like it's going to go a little bit longer than that.
Watching ImDazer clean up in the mid lane.
Mez again coming up. VoteNBK's been on point with those mezzes. Honestly, I think that's the biggest thing I've commented on every single time I've seen him. He's mez perfectly timed.
It's a really disruptive move, man. It's a really obnoxious move. It just shuts everything down around him. It's faster than Incense. It's not a stun, granted, but it lasts twice as long.
Take into account as well, though, Kumba's got even better one.
That's true.
Everyone underestimates Kumba. One day we'll see him. Lots of pressure though on both sides. VoteNBK finally caught out of position, and he will fall down to Funballer's mid lane. Paradigm aggressing for the tier 1 tower. They will find it. ImDazer was quite happy to soak up Sanjo.
That was huge.
Been called on the rotation there, so he's not going to get picked up by him. There's aggression over in the solo lane. Zephyr and Xaliea boxing away. Trix.
Yeah, in the mid. He's going to be able to get up there. You're going to see ImDazer try to make the play, couple in with the Thor. And block stacks right there stopped him from getting that big hit off.
Big fan of ImDazer should fall down here, but the damage from Xaliea was good to turn some of this around. Sanjo picks up one. Xaliea in trade. Zephyr on the backside though forces beads from Lawbster. Xaliea still trying to do work, but he's very squishy for being so tanky.
Trixtank finding the kill. All the while, check out over in the left lane, a tower goes down. Funball just continuing to split here. Zephyr out of position. That fear was as good as it was going to get.
I like what Trixtank is doing here as well, though. He's continuing the pressure to make sure nobody can stop Funballer's continued pressure there. He's pushed the whole wave into tier 2 tower, picks up the tier 1, now stealing away purple buff, but maybe he bit off a little bit too much now.
I love that Aegis usage right there. Just to stop their aggression, they're going to be able to take the back camps. The tier 1 on the left has already fallen. Let's go back to the graphs here. You'll notice that Paradigm is starting to spike up even more.
Yeah, another big jump after that small skirmish in the mid lane where they take down those towers. Gold Fury due to spawn in roughly a minute's time, just under a minute. We'll see if they're going to go for that one straight away or they'll look for the bait that they did the last time round on the support.
Looks like some people are going to back here. At least Thor, he's going to try to spend some of that gold. He's in a good spot. Cloak is going to be next. Now, there are some options. One, Magi's Blessing, but he already has beads and Aegis, so unlikely.
Hi to the Urchin?
Hi to the Urchin, health, mana, a lot of defense, and they're getting a decent amount of kills, could be the call. Or finally, Spirit Robe. Unlikely we're going to see him go into Jotuns. More cooldown reduction to stack on top of the Mail of Renewal could be really strong in this regard. I kind of like the call for Spirit Robe.
Oh, double tap hits onto Qiwen there. As Apollo took to the sky, VoteNBK, I believe it's up. No, he's not. That was the Gold Fury flying around. I got excited. I thought we were going to see JusTus engaging Gold Fury's flying.
That's another Sentry Ward in favor of blue.
This is what they did last time, what I just mentioned about the last Gold Fury start. They looked for the pick by clearing out all the wards and hanging around at the potential ward spots that JusTus are going to come through to try and clear out.
Xaliea, you going to start swinging into Zephyr?
Zephyr just doesn't care anymore. He's like, I'm just going to farm. Like, leave me alone. But
this
last
is
time
where
he did
things
this,
get dangerous,
he takes a lot of poke.
Now he doesn't have that heal anymore.
And there's got a rotation coming in as well from Lawbster's.
Oh, why would you go backwards?
He jukes out the axe. It helped out for him. Good silence. Good little heal off himself as well. But the in-hands from Lawbster are reigning terror. As the silence comes out. Zephyr in a whole world of trouble here. What's going on the other side of the map, though? They're going to find Zephyr here eventually. But why are JusTus not making something happen over here?
It's a little bit late. Yeah, Sanjo rotates in, but doesn't get the Fear No Evil off. Repeatedly attempting to get that Seismic Crush off, but doesn't find it.
This is a 4v5 on this side of the map in favor of JusTus, and they've not been able to find anything over here. I'm surprised they didn't try and commit on the Gold Fury. They've got an Isis there as well for the burst potential.
Look at this. Axe, bladed arrow. They're going to go for it.
Well, they're going to be able to continue pressing because look what Paradigm's doing. They can handle these guys. The Gold Fury has been called by JusTus now finally. Maybe they can get some damage onto Trixtank, who will fall down to VoteNBK. Funballer, though, is wrecking havoc and will find Qiwen and trade. Wow. Now there's trouble as well. The Fexez is double kill to Funballer.
And then immediately, he just rewinds, gets all of his health back, gets his cooldowns back. NBK in some trouble here, immediately gets out of the mez and blows him up. Nowhere to go. Gold Fury still standing. Tier 2 on the right falls.
Delayed triple kill. This could be a quadra. Sanjo's caught out of position as well. Will he pick it up? No, ImDazer will get credit for that one. And Xaliea is here with Zephyr as well. But the Gold Fury is going to go to Paradigm. And if you see the charts, they're just going to continue spiking very, very quickly.
It's already at 8. It's about to turn to 9.6. Actually, no, we're getting close to 10,000 gold in the lead here. And it doesn't look like Xaliea is showing any sign of weakness. Goes right into the fight.
Some small mistakes from JusTus there that had just been punished really badly by Paradigm. Now, this was an even keel game for the most part, but like that rotation from Lawbster, where was the punishment from JusTus?
I have no idea.
Where was the counter engage?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
the aggression?
Sanjo should have dropped that Fear No Evil, and they needed to engage and force that rewind early.
If you're not doing that, you rotate to support your solo laner. It's one or the other.
No, let the solo laner die.
If you can leave the solo laner to die, then you should be making something happen, is what I'm saying.
You gotta fight for the Gold Fury. You gotta take the power play.
Or mid lane objective, mid lane tower, duo tower.
It's a 4v3. You gotta take it.
They didn't take it, and in the end, Paradigm came out big off that tier 2 tower, the Gold Fury, as we said already, and now the pressure of this game, well, it's becoming a landslide again for JusTus to try and fight back into.
And look at the Mail of Renewals. There's 3 Mail of Renewals. So if somebody dies on this team, 60% of the global health of Paradigm comes back.
Really nice taunt onto Trixtank there before he could get the wall down as well. Some good damage, but not enough to kill him. Hide of the Urchin was picked up.
16%.
It's a lot.
Of the global health bar.
Will go up.
That's crazy. One kill. Like, basically, at this point, JusTus must win an engagement without dying.
Lobster on the left-hand side.
One death is the game is over.
VoteNBK here. I'm not sure if we're going to see a little... Is Lobster baiting VoteNBK into a bad situation? It looks like it. Going to come around the back. Axe to the back of the head. No! He's not going to find it. It was a free target as well. VoteNBK didn't even realize he was juking when he did. And now he's losing the fight.
Look at the healing coming out. VoteNBK having no problem. And we're not getting to see too much of that Aussie passive.
The bait just happened. Trixtank is in the air. The donkey's coming in. He doesn't find the dunk though. And Qiwen's here. He's still looking for the pickup onto VoteNBK. Who's going to get out?
He's trying. Good stun. Fexez really saving the day on that one. But in the back line, Dazer's going to find it. Trixtank's still living here. Lawbster trying to find some damage, and Dazer's ready to blow this one up.
He should be able to find that kill onto Qiwen now, but the Spirit Ball on Lobster was good. Not good enough to kill him, though. And finally, Fexez falls deicide.
Is it a deicide?
Xaliea on the other side of the map, combined with Funballer, picked up a double kill, which we didn't catch.
And Funball immediately right to the Fire Giant. One of the hardest aggressions in the game. Accelerate damage, especially considering what that build is looking like at this stage. Look at that Chronos. Rod up to Hootie. Like, what else could you want? All 5 members of Paradigm, Fire Giants.
Really big pickup for Paradigm and a swing across the map yet again. Ever since those couple of engagements, JusTus didn't come out on top, and Paradigm just turned up the heat.
They have 2 hyper carries with Ullr and Chronos, and then they have 3 people trying to play tank, all of whom have Mail of Renewal. This is the dream.
Is this the sort of composition we expect to see more of now? Is like 3 guys with Mail of Renewal who are the frontline tanks, and then 2 carries?
That sounds good to me. It sounds great to me. This is the strategy that Eager implored in the beginning, right? Running those 3 Guardians?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of that in the jungle too. Xaliea in a 3v1 situation, let's be fair, because Fexez wasn't there, but...
Look at his health.
No support from the team.
Look at his health.
Full health.
He's full HP. Just fought 3 people, took 2 ults, he's full HP
now
after getting a kill.
Now he's fighting another 3 at the moment. Lobster, though, on the way. The burst from Trixtank combining
Here's Mail of
with
Renewal
Lobster.
again.
They'll find another kill for them.
Here's Mail of Renewal again.
Out, but a double kill for Lobster.
Here's the Rain Dance. Mail of Renewal's going off. Chaac's back to full health again.
Meanwhile, mid lane, the dive still going in from Trixtank, forcing Xephyr away. They're going to turn around and look for the tier 2 tower now, finally, as Funballer off in the duo lane, farming away on his own.
Look at Xalia's health.
It's full. He also has rain dance, right?
I mean, yeah, right. But that was 4 kills. Granted, they did overlap a little bit. He got about 50% of his health, 60% of his health back. Took multiple ults, got a solo kill before the fight started. I mean, the guy is dominating. Xaliea showing what Chaac can really do when he's on the right comp.
Well, Finna Weevil hits from Sanjo, but it's going to be too little too late to defend the second Phoenix, as that will fall down on the other side, away from the camera. And it looks like Paradigm, well, they're going to swing around to the right-hand side and clean this one up correctly, I feel, and look for the final Phoenix.
I can't believe the dominance that Xaliea is putting down, really showing what the God of Rain can put forth.
So maybe that's the right build then, because we were saying Transcendence.
I wasn't a believer. I wasn't, but I mean, it makes so much sense. He's going raw damage into the Mail of Renewal, goes for a little bit of burst just to try to get the big kills, and then he has that breastplate of, the Brawler's beat stick as well for that extra penetration at the end. It's so smart and it's so inherent unto itself. This is what I'm looking for from our pro players. Really unique, smart builds, and oh, by the way, Rewind doesn't need a Mail of Renewal.
Well, it looks like this will end now. Titan falls down. Paradigm goes 2-0 against JusTus. Paradigm accelerating themselves to 12-6, and JusTus slipping to 2-16.
That was crazy. The end of that game was nuts. Xaliea walks into 3 people, silences all 3, and then gets some kind of immunity to kill the Hun bots inside his own Fear No Evil.
For me, that was more of a miscommunication than anything else. So we see the first blood over in that duo lane early on.
So good.
And in the end, it goes over to Funballer as well. So that started him off nicely.
The way that he just wouldn't miss a single auto attack, the way that he used his time rift in the beginning, not at the beginning of the fight, waited like 2 or 3 hits to bait them forward and then got that big burst to force them to escape. It spread them out, and he still managed to keep himself in between the support and the ADC. Had Qiwen gotten in between them and bottom blocked, it's possible that that wouldn't have gone that way, but Funball's first blood spells a huge snowball and earns him player of the game.
Let's be honest, player of the game goes over to Funballer. Most of the members could have potentially picked it up, but with a slash line of 6-0 and 4, not a bad day's work for the Hunter.
I remember this play. It's a good play.
Well, that's why we watched it twice, and now we're going to see the second one of VoteNBK. This is a really good fight between them. That was the one time where Beads was forced. The Beads were just good time to stop the Mez that time.
Man, he's just like now. Look, he's facing down 4. He has a little bit of help here with his team coming in. Fear No Evil puts him off to the side, but he's just controlling the area so well. And the hard target switches that he makes are just so insanely strong. And then rewinds back to full health, able to control the space once again.
Yeah, and then once again going aggressive for the second time. That was just after the double kill straight away.
Did you see that double stop time right there? He just positions himself to hit both along the line. So good.
Really, really good pickup by Paradigm. And we've actually got one of the members of the team, their coach, Coach JusTus. How are you doing?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Not so bad. Not so bad. How's playing Cabrakan? Because last week we saw you play the support role. This time you went jungle.
Yeah.
What was the reason?
It was mostly because we wanted to get like our stronger duo lane back into it. So a big issue was that we had to swap like 3 roles around instead of just 1, like we did this week.
So you would say it was your fault.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Happily. I'll take all of the blame. It's not.
You don't have to take all the blame.
I took the feed role, not Lawbster, you know. That was me this time.
That's the main thing. At least in game 1, Lawbster took it for a while. So you went Cabrakan in the jungle. We've not really seen it that much this May. Is this something that we may see come back again, especially with the changes to Cabrakan? Or is it more just because you're a support player and they wanted to put you on something safe and, you know, something home-like?
I mean, for me, it's mostly that I love playing Cabrakan. I feel very comfortable on this god. And, like, if I'm going to be subbing in for a game, I feel like I'd be better off playing a god which I really feel comfortable with.
I agree.
And like I'll be like playing better because of it.
So I assume this is not going to be a permanent switch. When can we expect Hugo Fred to return?
Fred should be back on our game on Sunday, I believe. Yeah, it should be Sunday.
Against Myrmidons, yeah?
At least. Yeah, it should be.
I'm talking about Myrmidons. I mean, you're against them next as well. Anything special plan for them? Or is it just let's get Cuvo back in and, you know, get the roster back to where we used to be?
Yeah, so right now we're just focused on getting Qiwen back up to speed with what's changing the meta or anything like that. And I believe we have enough time for that. And yeah, I think we should be good for Sunday.
Final question before we let you go. The second comp on paper just seems like nonsense, and it turned out to be this incredible strategy that you guys employed with the double hyper carry, 3 mystical mail. Was this intended? Did you guys have this going in, or was this let's pick Chaac?
I mean, Xaliea does enjoy playing Chaac. That was not an issue. Sorry, that's why like he really wanted to play it for one. Yeah, I mean he just enjoys the god more than anything with Chaac.
So, but just let's play Chaac.
Yeah, exactly. I mean he did really well this game. So
yes,
I mean even at one point like 1v4'd or whatever. Yes. And yeah.
Well, congratulations on climbing yourselves back up to 2nd in the SPL and continuing that. Any shout-outs you want to give to anybody, DaZer, before we let you go?
I think I'll keep it short. Just shout out to my team. And yeah, thanks to all our fans which are watching.
Cool. Super
thanks
simple.
for joining us, DaZer. Good luck in the rest of the SPL coach role. Stepping in as coach is not an easy task.
To the EU standings we go as Paradigm, small increase at 12-6. Fnatic has to answer back this week to keep that tie going.
They do. I mean, they've got an opportunity to do that a little bit later on. Obviously, Paradigm's still got a doubleheader this week. They've got to place Myrmidons, which we just said, on the Sunday. And that's going to be it from the end of EU. We do have one more game to come today. North America.
2 more games.
Set to come today. Yep. TSM versus Elevate.
Yes, Elevate.
All right, stick around. We'll see you soon.